Safe in Jesus Part 2 by Andrew McChesney. One afternoon, 16-year-old Almira decided to take a nap after returning home from school, exhausted from months of fitful nights. She lay down on a couch, her face to the open door of the room. She was at home alone. Suddenly she sensed the presence in the room. Looking toward the door, she saw the presence for the first time. He looked like a gray cloud, completely obscuring the doorway. Almira didn't know why, but she understood that something terrible would happen if she even blinked. She stared at the doorway for what seemed an eternity. Finally, she had to blink. In that split second, the gray cloud darted to her. Almira felt like she was entombed in a giant stone, helpless and unable to move. She struggled to breathe. She pleaded with good forces for help. There was no response. At that moment, she remembered a prayer that she had memorized. It was a non-Christian prayer associated with her ancestors' traditional religion. She recited it. For a moment, she was free and could breathe. But then the presence captured her again. She repeated the prayer again and again. She was released and recaptured, released and recaptured. Growing weary of the struggle, she frantically wondered what she could do to save herself. Abruptly, she remembered that one of the Russian teachers at the supernatural courses had mentioned Jesus Christ was more powerful than all good and evil forces. The thought flashed into her mind to call upon Jesus. She opened her mouth to speak. She only managed to utter the first syllable of Jesus' name, and the gray cloud fled. She felt as though Jesus had entered the room and thrown the evil captor off her. Almira had no doubt that she needed Jesus. But how? She was not a Christian, so she went to her ancestors' traditional place of worship for 2 months. She began to sleep better, so she decided that Jesus must also visit that place of worship. Then her older sister, Fania, came home with 2 friends whom Almira had never seen before. She learned that day that Fania had started going to a Seventh-day Adventist church located on the same street as their apartment building. The 2 friends were members of the Adventist church. Almira related her story to the Adventist girls. "That is Satan," one girl said. The other girl said Almira had entered Satan's territory by taking the classes on the supernatural. "But Jesus is on your side," she said. "Only he can free you from Satan's power."